In this video, we're breaking down the 5 best hand blenders available right now. We've included options for every type of consumer. If you want more information on the best and most up-to-date pricing on the mention, be sure to check the links in the description below. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Vitamix blenders have a stellar reputation for professional and domestic use, and the Immersion blender is no exception. Thicker soups, sauces, and smoothies can be difficult to get completely smooth, and some Immersion blenders can overheat in the process. But this portable blender has the power and durability to handle challenging jobs and huge batch sizes every time. It has 5 speeds and can run for up to 4 minutes before shutting down automatically. Finally, the heat-safe cover on the bottom protects your non-stick cookware from damage. It was straightforward to use and clean when we tested it, and the 5-feet-long cord made it easier to reach between pots and distant outlets. The Vitamix Immersion blender is one of the priciest immersion blenders on the market, costing $150. It's worth the money and will last a long time if you can afford it. Cuisinart is probably the most well-known name in food processors, and this Immersion blender stands up to that reputation. It contains a button for continuous or pulse mixing, as well as variable speed control so you can select the precise speed you want. No need to rely on preset high and low speeds that may or may not be appropriate for you. It includes a jar for blending smoothies or creating mayonnaise, a chopper attachment for producing salsas and chopping vegetables, and a whisk attachment for whipping cream or beating eggs. For most recipes, our tester favored the maximum speed setting, but observe that the changeable speed is handy for blending softer items such as avocados or recipes that may spatter. This Immersion blender just has 1 speed, making it much easier to use than other Immersion blenders. It is cordless, and the sharp blades give the impression that it blends just as well as others with less power. With no spatter and no lumps, broccoli soup was blended and smooth in 1 minute 7 seconds. The mayo took a little longer to make, at just over 2 minutes, but it was still rather simple. This device contains a lock button, which is a useful safety feature but not particularly logical. On this model, however, the lock button is simple to operate and may be done with one hand. We found the suction on the bottom of the charging station to be inconvenient in a tiny kitchen. A blending cup and a whisk attachment came with this Immersion blender. The whisk produced whipped cream with ease and less splash than the majority of the others tested. The blending shaft can be washed in the top rack. It was unclear whether the cup or whisk could be washed in the dishwasher. Although there was no information about RPM or wattage, it blended well and silently. Mayonnaise was a little more difficult to make because it only has 1 speed. This inexpensive Immersion blender works well for softer items including soups, milkshakes, whipped cream, and dressings. It had the smallest motor we tested, at 225 watts, yet it was powerful enough to blend a pot of soup in under 90 seconds. It has 2 blending speeds, which are controlled by 2 large, easy-to-press buttons. This Immersion blender has the shortest shaft of all the Immersion blenders we tested, which is perfect for small batch blending but challenging to use in a deep container like a large pot of soup. It comes with top-rack dishwasher-safe whisk and food processor accessories. Keep in mind that the plastic handle has a large radius and is a little slick, making it difficult to grip, especially if you have small hands, and the blending attachment did not feel as solid as the other models we tested. This Immersion blender, which has 12 speeds and a turbo option, will quickly combine fruits and vegetables into wonderfully smooth milkshakes and smoothies, as well as easy salad dressings, mayonnaise, and sauces. The KOIOS Cuisinart comes with a chopper attachment for chopping onions and herbs, a whisk attachment for whipping egg whites or heavy cream, and a blender jar for blending and emulsifying when you don't have your own container. For added robustness, the blade is strengthened with titanium, and the bell-shaped housing over the blade keeps the blade off the bottom surface of your containers, preventing splashing. The top of the handle has a loop that makes it easy to place on a rack to keep it handy. So that sums up today's video. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like on the video. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Until next video, have a great day.